The 9/9 portal was never simply a date on the calendar or a passing spiritual event. It was a cosmic ignition, a sacred alignment designed to awaken the chosen ones to the next stage of their journey. Yesterday, September 9th, was the spark, the great opening where infinite frequencies poured into the earth. It felt like the sky cracked open, releasing visions, clarity, and glimpses of the future you have long prayed for. But hear this clearly. The portal was never meant to be a one-day spectacle. It was the beginning of a divine process that continues to ripple forward. What so many fail to realize is that the true weight of the portal is not in the burst of energy you felt yesterday, but in how you respond now. September 10th is not an afterthought. It is the proving ground. The energy that entered your life yesterday is settling today, weaving itself into your reality, searching for a foundation to take root. This is where the real work begins. This is where the universe asks, will you honor what was given, or will you fall back into the same cycle that once held you captive? Think of the 9/9 portal as a doorway. On September 9th, it opened wide before you. Light poured through. Blessings hovered and possibilities surrounded your spirit. But today, September 10th, is the moment when you must decide whether to walk through it. Many see the light, but few step forward. To ignore this shift now is to stand outside the doorway, chained to the past, watching your blessings drift away. The portal carries echoes that test you, whispers that press against your heart, and quiet nudges that reveal where you are still clinging to what has ended. These are not accidents. They are opportunities, divine examinations that measure your readiness for the life you say you desire. The universe is not asking for empty words, but for proof in how you choose, how you act, and how you hold the silence. Yesterday, I announced the opening. Today demands a walk. Now that the doorway has opened and you stand before the threshold, the greatest danger does not come from what is outside of you. It comes from within. This is where doubt begins its quiet whisper, and distraction spreads its subtle net. Many chosen ones stumble not because the blessing was false, but because they allowed their own uncertainty to smother what was real. Yesterday's fire burned brightly, but today, in the silence, the mind begins to question, did anything actually happen? Was it only my imagination? And with that one thought, the sacred energy begins to weaken. The universe has not withdrawn its gift. God has not closed the door. But when you return to old cycles, when you reach back for what was meant to end, it is you who steps away from alignment. The danger of this day is believing that silence equals absence. The truth is the silence is the womb where the new life is forming. And if you feed fear into it, you suffocate the very dream you prayed for. Distractions are another test. Social media calls for your attention. Drama stirs around you and familiar voices tempt you to revisit what you left behind. These are not coincidences. They are deliberate echoes of the old cycle, testing whether you will choose discipline or fall back into disorder. Every word you speak, every choice you make today, carries magnified weight. Speak faith, and faith multiplies. Speak fear, and fear multiplies. The portal will not carry you, you must carry yourself. So guard your focus like a treasure. Resist the urge to scatter your energy on what drains you. Do not water your desires with doubt. Instead, declare in the silence, I am aligned, I am chosen, I am prepared. For this is how you prove that yesterday's gift was not wasted. This is how you transform the spark into flame. When you choose to guard your focus and keep your faith alive, another test soon emerges. This one woven into your relationships. The portal does not only sift your inner world, it also shakes the bonds around you. For as the energy settles, people in your life reveal themselves with startling clarity. Some will suddenly feel distant, their presence heavy and uneasy. Others may clash with you in ways that feel disproportionate, arguments flaring without cause, silences growing heavier than words. This is not chaos. It is revelation. The portal exposes alignment. Those who are meant to walk into your next chapter will feel lighter, as though your spirits move in harmony. Those who are not aligned will begin to feel like weights on your soul, pulling you backward into what you prayed to escape. And here is where many stumble. They panic, they cling, they chase. But chosen ones, hear this truth. Forcing what has already ended is the fastest way to drag yesterday's burdens into tomorrow's blessings. Do not plead with people to stay who are already being called away. Do not argue with those whose spirit no longer fits with your path. Their exit is not rejection. It is divine protection. The portal sorts so that you can step forward unburdened. Trust that God never removes without preparing something greater. The pain of release is temporary, but the cost of carrying dead weight into your destiny is eternal. So, when relationships shift, do not resist. Accept the truth the portal reveals. If they leave, let them go. If they remain, honor their presence. Either way, alignment is being perfected. This is how you protect your path and keep the flame of destiny alive. As relationships shift and old bonds fall away, you will encounter a silence unlike any other. Many mistake this silence for emptiness. But chosen ones, do not be deceived. Silence after the storm is not absence. It is a sacred activity. Beneath the surface, unseen roots are forming. Just as the earth drinks deeply after rainfall, so your spirit absorbs the energy that was poured out yesterday. The silence is proof that alignment is settling into place. Here is where the danger lies. If you misinterpret silence as abandonment, you may sabotage your own blessing. Too many speak fear into the stillness, declaring with their words that nothing has changed. In doing so, they uproot the seed before it can grow. Remember, the universe magnifies everything in this season. Words are not casual, they are spiritual laws. What you speak into silence becomes the foundation of your future. Therefore, treat the quiet as sacred ground. Do not fill it with complaints, worries, or doubts. Instead, guard your tongue and elevate your inner voice. Declare faith when your eyes see nothing. Proclaim alignment when your circumstances appear unchanged. Just as a seed requires time and hidden soil before it rises into the light, your desires require protection within silence before they manifest into reality. Silence is not punishment. It is preparation. It is the furnace where faith is refined and the proving ground where discipline is tested. Chosen ones, embrace this stillness. Do not rush to escape it. Do not mistake its calm for emptiness. For in silence, God is building your foundation. In silence, the universe is aligning doors you have not yet seen. And in silence, your destiny gathers strength for the moment it will rise and take form. Silence may feel like stillness, but within it the tests begin to rise. The universe does not announce these trials with trumpets. It cloaks them in the ordinary, asking whether your spirit can discern what is really happening. A disagreement with a loved one may seem like nothing more than frustration, yet it is a divine exam. Will you cling to pride or step into forgiveness? At work, when your integrity is challenged, the test is clear. Will you bend for convenience or stand in truth? These are not coincidences. They are markers of readiness, sharpening you for what you are meant to carry. Look also at your finances. Unexpected expenses or moments of lack may appear suddenly. These too are tests. The question is never about numbers, but about your faith. Will you spiral into fear, or will you declare abundance even in the face of scarcity? The universe listens not to your comfort, but to your courage. Likewise, family can be a proving ground. Words from parents, siblings, or children may cut deeply, but the test is not in their behavior. It is in your response. Will you meet tension with more tension? Or will you embody patience that reflects divine strength? And then come the inner battles, often the hardest of all. Doubts whisper at night. Fear presses on your heart, saying nothing has changed. These shadows test whether you will surrender to lies or speak life over your path. Remember, chosen ones, these trials are not punishment, but refinement. Just as gold glows brighter when fire burns away its impurities, so too are you being purified these days. The silence is holy, but it is also watchful. Every response becomes proof of whether you are ready to step forward or remain bound to cycles past. As silence settles and faith is tested, another danger rises quietly, the trap of distraction. Few recognize how subtle this force is. After the surge of a portal, when energy is at its peak, the enemy of your destiny does not always strike with destruction. Instead, it scatters your attention. It whispers, "Just scroll for a while," or stirs meaningless drama that pulls you into cycles you swore you left behind. These are not harmless diversions. They are spiritual snares designed to leak your energy until your blessing slips from your hands. Distractions often arrive clothed in normality. A sudden argument, an endless stream of notifications, a familiar temptation. All seem small, but each steals a drop of focus. And like a vessel with a hidden crack, every drop lost weakens your ability to carry what was entrusted to you. This is why vigilance is vital. In the days after the portal, nothing is neutral. Every thought, every word, every action either multiplies your energy or drains it. Ask yourself with honesty, where is your focus flowing? Are you investing it into what nourishes your spirit, or scattering it on noise that leaves you empty? When you pour into anger, you buy more conflict. When you pour into gratitude, you purchase more abundance. When you give yourself to gossip and fear, you lock yourself back into the very cycles you prayed to escape. The portal amplifies everything. What you feed grows. What you neglect withers. Chosen ones, this is why distraction is not casual but deadly. The test is not always about storms that shake your world, but about whether you can remain steady when small waves try to pull you off course. Protect your focus as though it were gold. Do not spend it cheaply. Every ounce of attention you preserve becomes the foundation on which your destiny will rise. After distractions have tried to scatter your focus, the next challenge is even more personal, protecting your own energy. Chosen ones, this is where many lose what was entrusted to them, not because they lacked vision, but because they failed to guard it. Energy is the most sacred currency you carry. Money may come and go, opportunities may open and close, but if your energy is drained, every blessing entrusted to you begins to wither. The portal amplifies everything. This means that your presence, your words, your choices radiate further than before. But it also means that every careless interaction, every unnecessary entanglement, can weaken the foundation of your destiny. Guarding your energy is not selfish. It is sacred wisdom. When you give too much access to people who are not aligned with your path, their doubts, fears, and distractions become seeds planted into your spirit. And over time, those seeds grow weeds that choke out the harvest of your prayers. This is why boundaries are holy. Saying no is not rejection. It is protection. Withdrawing into solitude is not loneliness. It is preparation. Not every person deserves to hear your vision. and not every ear is capable of holding your dream. When you overexpose the treasures of your heart, you invite shadows to dim their light. Silence becomes your shield, and distance becomes your ally. Ask yourself, who multiplies your spirit, and who divides it? Who fuels your fire, and who drains it? If someone cannot walk in harmony with your destiny, let them go without guilt. Guard your energy as though your future depends on it, because it does. Only when you preserve your flame will your desires remain alive long enough to take root and rise into reality. Guarding your energy reveals the deeper truth of this journey. Being chosen is not without cost. Many desire the blessing, but few are willing to embrace the price that comes with it. To carry divine alignment is to walk a path set apart, and that path is often misunderstood. The price of authenticity is being misread by those who cannot see your heart. The price of alignment is seasons of isolation where others do not walk with you. The price of carrying light is that shadows will rise against you, trying to dim what cannot be extinguished. Chosen ones, do not mistake this weight for punishment. It is preparation. God does not select the strongest, He strengthens the chosen. That is why the tests feel heavier, why the distractions grow louder, why the pressure seems greater than what others face. Your calling is not casual. Your destiny is not ordinary. The fire placed within you is too bright to be hidden, and so it will always be resisted by the darkness you were meant to overcome. The burden of being chosen is that you must walk with wisdom while others wander in noise. You must learn when to speak and when to remain silent, when to engage and when to step back, when to stand firm and when to let go. Every choice is magnified. Every action carries weight, for you are not building an ordinary life. You are anchoring destiny itself. Yes, the price is high, but so is the reward. Beyond the misunderstandings, beyond the isolation, beyond the battles, lies a future overflowing with the blessings you prayed for. To walk as chosen is to accept both the refining and the reward. If you endure the cost, the inheritance will be greater than you can imagine. This is the sacred exchange. Discipline for destiny, endurance for elevation, faith for fulfillment. And now, chosen ones, we arrive at the final call of this message, the closing reminder that binds all chapters together. The portal has opened, the tests are present, and the blessings are near. Yet everything depends not on what was revealed yesterday, but on what you choose today. And in the days to come, the spark of September 9th was only the beginning. September 10th and beyond are the proving ground where you show heaven and earth that you are ready to carry what was given. Do not forget, your energy is sacred currency. Every boundary you set, every distraction you refuse, every moment of silence you honor protects your alignment. The life you prayed for is fragile in its early form, like a flame newly lit. If you shield it, it will grow into a blaze no darkness can quench. If you neglect it, it will fade into ashes. The difference lies not in fate, but in your faith and discipline. Chosen ones, remember that guarding your energy is not selfish. It is sacred. Protecting your spirit is how you honor the destiny written for you before time began. Every time you say no to what drains you, you say yes to what multiplies you. Every time you withdraw from noise, you step closer to clarity. Every time you choose faith in silence, you anchor your future in abundance. So the question remains, will you pay the price of being you? Will you carry the flame through tests, through distractions, through silence, and into destiny? The universe is watching, God is guiding, and your future is waiting. The portal stands open. The blessing is alive. The test is here. And what awaits you if you endure will not just meet your desires, it will exceed them. Step forward now with courage, for your destiny depends on it.